Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Workers and Resources Soviet Republic with me, Mangy Panda. And as you can see, tunnel borers are finally available in the game. So we purchased our first one. Again, like I said before, these get incredibly expensive really quickly. But because of the way our economy is and we had to take out that first loan, we're only buying one right now. I would prefer to get two, but we'll go with one. But currently, right now, they are, if we go to the, purchase new, not used, track builder, they're 493,000 rubles. They will quickly get over 1,000,000 rubles in cost. So it's important that we get them quick and we get them early. What that means is we can build our first metro. We can plan it out and start working on it. It's going to take a while to build the metro. To get all that done, but we can get that planned out, laid out. So other than that, what's been going on over the winter, we have our waste sorting facility is set up and ready to go. So what we did, if you don't remember, is we have 3 large transfer stations hooked to a road cargo depot along with a large dump with claw and the rail connection. So the way this is set up is all of our technical service offices and our demolition offices will deliver all of their garbage to here, where it will be sorted out depending on what they bring to what we've designated. So the large dump is set to handle mixed waste because dumps can only store one type of waste, period. But the large transfer stations, you can plan multiple types of waste. So this one right here, you can see it's got metal scrap. It's going to have aluminum scrap and plastic scrap. There's not much room for those because we're not going to generate a whole lot. Most of that metal scrap actually came from, we demolished our little temporary aggregate station over here. This right here, it's half construction waste, half hazardous waste. Again, the construction waste all came from demolishing, well, most of it came from demolishing that stuff. And this one is 100% biological waste because out of all the subcategories of waste besides mixed waste, this is by far what we are currently going to produce the most of because all of our residential buildings are going to produce biological waste. So, and then we went ahead and we bought a big garbage truck for here, and we're going to have him handle all of this for right now. He should easily be able to keep up. So real quick, we're going to add you, and you. And down here, so they're all going to set to load. And do we have our customs house? We are going to unload mixed waste, hazardous waste, biological waste, plastic, aluminum, and metal. We don't have a recycling center set up just quite yet, so we're just going to take it to the border, get a little bit extra money. But our construction waste is going to come down here and get processed into gravel. Unload construction waste. Now, an important note is your construction waste, metal scrap, aluminum scrap, they are considered aggregates. So once they leave a dump or a transfer station, your garbage truck can no longer haul them. So garbage truck can't go over to the aggregate storage facility and haul them away. Same thing with plastic waste. It's normally stored in open containers, and once it comes out of here, it can no longer be hauled by our waste trucks. But as long as it's inside one of these, the waste trucks can get in there, haul it, and take care of it. So let's get that going. So that's our waste sorting. Now, eventually, we'll build a waste reprocessing center where we'll go ahead and start burning our waste and reprocessing everything into steel, aluminum, plastic, all that. There's still a little bit of waste from doing that. Right now, we can handle just shipping it all to the border. As far as our economy, you see we took a big hit there, but we're actually doing pretty well. So if we look at last year, so we exported 2.17 million rubles worth of product, and we only imported 1.7 million rubles. And that was with purchasing a decent amount of steel for some of the construction projects we had going on. So you can see we still made an overall profit. And once we take out our loan interest and everything, we're in the green. We're making money. Now that's unfortunately probably about to change, because we're going to start planning out and constructing our metro, and the metro is going to be very expensive. Let's go ahead and turn you back on. But before we get into all that, today is the day. Today is the day the game goes into full release. It's 1.0, and we're going to cover what's new in 1.0. One of the big things is your messages now are color-coded. Okay, so you have different colors on your pop-ups to tell you different things. Right now, I don't have a bunch of messages saved, but you see, like, for the notification for a new vehicle type, it was green. As others come out, like red ones will be more important. We'll take a look at that. New buildings. So if we come over here into residential and we go to culture, we now have the amphitheater. Okay. So it is a cultural building, 5 workers, 150 visitors. So it's pretty efficient that way, but it can only work during the summer whenever temperatures are above 10 degrees Celsius. So we've got those. And if we come over to sports, we have the city stadium. Again, this requires temperatures above 5 degrees, but it's 15 workers and holds 450 people, and it is massive. It is huge. So we've got those. Some other features that we've got, if we go to walking paths, where is it? Right here. We've got pergolas. So pergolas do a couple different things. It's decoration for your walking paths. But as of right now, I don't know if this is going to stay as a feature or not. But they are 10 meters wide, and your citizens will automatically teleport from this side to this side. So it will reduce the walking distance of wherever you have them by 10 meters. So we'll just do an example here. So if we lay this out like this, and let's just go ahead, let's grab just a little house. Okay. We will connect to there, and then we'll just get, the grocery store works. Okay. So you notice that it says it's 100. Okay, so right there, it says it's 162 meters to that house. But if we bring out our tape measure, we go from here to here, it's 177 meters. So again, these reduce the walking distance. Okay, 156 meters to walk there. Tape measure is 177 meters. So it took out about 21 meters worth of walking distance. Again, I don't know if that's a feature that's going to stay in the game permanently, or if that's something that they'll fix, but it's definitely something you can use for right now if you need that couple extra meters of distance. What else do we have? Electricity. This is the big one. This is the game changer. All right, so our substations now have 3 inputs on them. Okay, instead of just the 1. So 3 inputs. Notice I said inputs, not outputs. So you can't take power and daisy chain it like this. So if we have our main line coming in here, power will not jump from this to here. Okay, it will not jump between substations. You have to run an individual power line for each one. But what that does let you do is, again, substations, 2.5 megawatts worth of power. All right. Well, underground wires, and they did up them. So this one is now 1.85 megawatts. Okay. So I now have 185 or 1.85 megawatts of power coming into here. But that still leaves basically 0.65 megawatts worth of power that this could use that I'm not delivering. Well, I could go in, and right here, this is 0.65 megawatts. So if I run both of those lines, now I'm using this to its maximum potential. The other thing it allows you to do is you can have multiple main power lines coming in and powering the same substation. So we could sit here. Let's go in like this. Now we want, let's get a transformer. Okay. So we have this transformer right here, and it's going to power there, and this transformer is going to power right there. And then you've got a main line hooked into this one and a main line hooked to this one. So that way, if, for example, this one catches fire, you're still delivering power here. Or if you need to disconnect the power from this, you still have power coming in from here. Because previously, if you wanted, say like you were upgrading from, or to the 18 megawatt lines. So we're upgrading from 15 megawatt to 18 megawatts. And I had the 15 megawatt line right there. I would have to disconnect this, replace it with an 18 megawatt. So that means every substation that this was connected to would lose power. But now you can have a second transformer that is sending power to those substations, so you don't kill power within your entire city. So let's get rid of all of those. Rid of that. So that is one of the big upgrades, big quality of life improvements in there. One of the other things was they changed the AI logic behind workers. So construction offices will no longer deliver workers to job sites that do not have the materials on hand. Okay, so for example, under the previous AI logic, ignore these workers, they're just walking here. Our construction office would deliver workers here, even though they cannot complete the project because they're still missing this steel and these boards. So they would show up and do absolutely nothing and waste time. I still recommend separating out your workers and everything because, again, the groundworks phase does not require workers. You can do that all with excavators, and so put your workers to better use someplace else. Like this one right here, you know, it's in groundworks. It just needs a little bit of work there, and it's done. There's no sense in sending workers there. The last change that they made is your open storages. Note the fact that now they have connections on the side. So you have more factory connections, more ability to position these, as opposed to previously, you just had the factory connections on the end. Okay, you didn't have the ones on the side. Still only a single rail line, still no large open storage, but you get some extra factory connections to make them a little bit more useful. So that's what we've got for 1.0. There may be a couple other things that I'm not aware of personally, but as far as I know, that's the major changes for 1.0 with the release of the game. So how's construction coming down here? We've got all this done. I went ahead and put in the helicopter landing pads, even though they don't do us any good right now, because you don't need to send workers. Excavators can build it completely, and it's just gravel, cement, and asphalt, which all of that we produce right here. So it was essentially free. All we needed to do was add workers. Started upgrading roads into asphalt, because again, we have our own asphalt now, so we don't have to tie up the border. Look at that. Look at that. Nobody at the, oh, I guess I got one guy at the border who's loading some steel for the rail construction office. Nobody at the border. That's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Going to go ahead and we're putting in a new distribution office here that's going to handle the fuel. So then we can pull those off, and we'll move our other distribution stuff probably over to here for delivering coal out here and stuff like that. We do have the rail construction office up and working on this stuff, but that will change. So let's go ahead. We'll just suspend this construction here for right now. So he shouldn't have anything. What is that? What are you building? Oh no, those are not to be built. turn those off. Actually, we don't even need them. All right, perfect. So now comes the job of laying out our metro. But before we lay out the metro, I'm going to go over some rules for the metro if you've never used metro before. Okay, so it's a little bit different than rail. All right, so your normal rail, right there, and then you have your metro rail. Okay, look pretty similar. This one's got some electrical connections on there, which is still different than the electrified rail. So the biggest difference between metro and the regular rail, so they're different size. Okay? It doesn't visually show it, but only metros and track builders can travel along metro rail. But metros cannot travel on regular rail. Okay? So in order to get a metro that you purchase at the border into your metro system, you have to have another engine, whether it's a diesel or electric, doesn't matter. Go and pick it up and pull it over to your depot. Then from your depot, you can lay in a metro line that the metros can then come out and jump on your metro and do what they need to do. Okay. The other thing to know about the metros is metros don't play nice. They don't play nice with anybody else. Okay, so metros cannot cross anything. So they can't cross roads, they can't cross footpaths, they can't cross rail, and nothing can cross a metro. So, for example, so we take this metro, it can't go across the road. Will not let you. You have to either go with a bridge or a tunnel. Can't go across rail. And they don't play well with other people. And conversely, if you lay out your metro, you can't go across with a rail. Not going to happen. No roads. And no footpaths. Okay? So if you're putting in metros, you have to be able to design your metro in such a way that it uses either a bridge or an underground tunnel to bypass all your roads, your other rails, and your footpaths. Okay, that's one of the reasons we put this in under here. That's why the surface level metro stations, because remember, we got on the metro, you've got two different ones. Okay, so you've got the above ground station, which is what we've put in, which is an elevated station, and you've got the ground level station. If you put these ground level stations in, you got to make sure that you have a way to get your metro out, either a bridge or a tunnel, without crossing any of your other infrastructure. Okay. And the last thing about metro is metros are all one-way traffic. Okay. So if you look at, again, let's look at the metro station. You see how the rail lines coming in, they're one way. The arrows point in and out, the side in and out. If you look at a regular train platform, you notice that the rails point out on both sides. So a train can come in on this, but it can also go back out. So metros do not turn around. So whereas a normal train, like we bring this train in here, he loads up. Once he's full, he just magically turns around and goes back the way he came from. Metros cannot do that. They have to continue going straight. So the only ways to set up a metro is either you build a loop where the metros just constantly run around in a circle, or you have to put in end stations. So if you go into your rail and you go to depots, you've got metro end stations. You've got two different ones. You've got a below ground one, and you've got the above ground one. Okay. Now, end stations still do not let the metros turn around and go back on the same track. So let's just put this here, build your metro. So we've got this metro station. Okay, and then we have a end station at the end of it so that our metro can turn around and go back. It will travel along this rail because they drive right hand if you have right hand set on your choices. So it'll come along here into the end station, where it will turn around and come back this way. Okay? It will not turn around and come back on the same track. It will always stay on the right-hand side. So it just loops around like that. The only other way to do it is if you don't want to use end stations, you have to provide a turnaround loop. So, for example, that. So then your metro can come out, circle around, and go back. That's the only way to run your metro. So they either have to run end-to-end, where they have end stations at both ends where they can turn around, or they run in a continuous loop. So if they run in a continuous loop, so if we take, let's say we've got this metro station here and this metro station here, if we run that to there, now our metro will just drive around that track the entire time. You don't even have to hook up this other side of the track. Or you could hook this other side of the track to a different end station. So you could take and put this over here and run that loop. So like this is a central metro and it can go to this one or it can go to this one. Either way, doesn't matter. So that's, in a nutshell, that's how metros work. They're a little bit different, so that's why I thought I'd spend some time kind of going over them. And what I'm going to do in this one is we're going to run the metros as a loop. So the metro is going to come out of our main station, up this way, into here, down here, around, into this one, and back. Okay? The reason I'm putting it in as a loop instead of just end-to-end this way, so it goes from here to here and back and then flips and this way, is for expansion purposes, because still planning on putting a cargo harbor out here, which would require container packaging facilities. Okay, so it would require container loading facility right here. Okay, you'd have to have this, which requires workers. And so that way, if we run the loop, and right now we'll keep it small, but we could add another station out here, and it's easier to connect that into the metro if I have like a surface metro running up here, because I can add that in without interrupting the rest of the metro traffic. I just bring a track builder in, have it build the new track, then readjust the route, take out the old track, and we're done. If we're running end-to-end, that makes it a little bit harder, makes it a little bit more difficult, and I have to have more end stations, because if I'm running from here to here and back, that means I need to have either a turnabout or an end station over here. But I also need to have one over here, which means that the route that's coming from here has to go through that end station into here and back. But that means I need to have another end station over here so that it bounces back and forth like that. The other option would be to have an end station here and an end station here, and the route goes from here to here, loops around, back to here, out to here, loops around, and comes back. The other thing is we put this rail depot right here so that we can repair our trains and our metros. So I have to somehow get that connected into the metro system, which is, again, why we're just going to do this loop. Because I can bring this in, connect it into my metro track that's running this way, and it's all done. And I only have to build one side of the metro. That's it. Just the one side. But we'll probably plan out both sides, may never build the other side, but it's nice to have it planned out just in case we want to run a metro the opposite direction, but we're probably not, because the way it's set up right now, we're going to drop off here because this is our main industry. This is what we need to keep powered with people. And then whatever's left on the metro is going to come down here and drop off over there. And it's going to come back in, pick up more people, and keep going. The big advantage to using metros is, one, it's less traffic on your mainline rail. So they're not interrupting your cargo trains. So your cargo trains can still come in, do their deliveries, do their pickups, all that without having passenger trains get in their way. And your passenger trains don't get held up by your cargo trains. The other thing is the cost. So if we look at, so let's look at train sets. Okay. So if we wanted to just run passenger trains, all right, total capacity. All right. So this one holds 325 people for 100,000. This one, 330 for 180,000. Okay. So if we go to metros, which right now we only have the one because metros just came out, 525 passengers for 70,000 rubles. Okay. Almost a third the cost of that other one that only held 325. So because of their limited use, metros are so much more cheaper to use than your regular cargo train or train sets, or even a normal diesel engine or electric engine that's pulling passenger wagons. That's the big advantage to metros. So with that being said, let's get in here and let's start laying out our metro. So we need, look at our metro tunnels. Oops. All right. So we are on basically this line right here. So we want to come out right here, 2, 3, go down. Basically, you just go down 3 and drag out until, what is going on? Okay. All right. Let's try that again. All right. 1, 2, 3. There we go. As soon as it turns green, you've got your tunnel to the right depth and everything else. So then we're just going to copy that, run parallel to there, just like that. And why are you, I know, you should not be doing that. All right. Let's try that again. No. Right there. Okay. And take this tunnel to there. That tunnel go to there. All right. So we got that side coming out of the city. Now we got to come over here and do the same thing on this side. So we are running pretty close to that line right there. That'll work. Now this one's going to be a little different because we've got this big hill in the way. Either bring the metro track around the hill this way, or we can tunnel through it. So I think we're probably going to build it on the outside for right now, going this way. Later on, if we want, we can tunnel through it to save some, make the metros run a little bit faster. But I think for right now, we'll be okay just tunneling out and going around the long way. We'll see. I may change my mind. It's been known to happen. Okay, right there. So we got that tunnel, and we bring, whoop, come on, I saw it light up. All right. Connect those tunnels up. Now, there we go. Play nice. All right, so now we have our tunnels coming out. And we will run this metro line. And we can get it, yeah. That's not so bad. Like that. We could maybe even go, no, we can't go over the hill. All right, then we're going to come over here. We got to come out of here on a bridge. So the metro bridge. So which is going to be the harder, you are probably going to be the harder one to get out. All right, so we're going to come this way and we're going to have to go up over that, it looks like. Turn off F4 because we do not want to snap to our other rail lines. Okay, right there. Now from there, can you start coming down? Oh, we got to get over the rails. Right there. Okay, I don't want, no. That looks bad. Let's get rid of you. Let's just continue our bridge. We'll go up, up. What is it? Okay, so right there. That's the inside track, so it's got to come more this way. Like that, and from there, down to the ground. And this one, let's turn our snapping back on. Oh, it's just going to follow this guy out like that. And just like that. All right, and then we go back to our metro rail. Connect you to you. A little bit of a curve. Right there. Get that taken care of. All right, so that is ready. Then this one, it's going to be a little tight getting out of here, but we'll make it work. The metro bridges are actually really flexible. All right, so we're going to come out and we're going to need to go up. How high do we need to go up? So we need to go up that high to get over. All right. All right, now let's start with the outside track. Okay, so right there. You can get out there. Make that turn there. Be a little roller coastery, but that's all right. Give our passengers a little fun while they're coming out. And nope, nope, nope. Come on, take that out. Actually, let's run this guy a little bit further, just so we make sure we clear that. Okay, just like that. No, no. Oh, we need to come out on the other side. That telephone pole's blocking us. I was wondering what was going on. So we need to come out over here. Like that. Right there. All right. And this guy should follow that pass. Just like that. And down. All right. So we got that set up. Now we're going to come over here because we need to run. We're going to run our metro on the surface right here. Okay, and then it's going to come in a tunnel underneath. Just like that. And it's going to come out right there. Perfect. So tunnel there. And let's take you. Where you think you're crossing? I mean, building's in the way. There's no building in the way. May need to back that tunnel up just a little bit. It's not. Not wanting to play nice. It's all right. Get rid of you. Metro tunnel. We are on this line. So we'll do our metro tunnel right there. All right. Try that. There we go. Perfect. Now we just duplicate our tunnel. Well, no. Right. Which right next to it. Turn our snapping back on. There. Why are you? Why are you giving me trouble? Okay. And what is going on there? Okay. Turn snapping back off for a second. Metros can be a little finicky. Tunnels in this game are sometimes a little wonky. All right, that all worked. I don't know why. Let's make sure we don't have any nodes in our tunnels. Get rid of that one. Get rid of that one. Even though you can't see them, if you just run your cursor, so right there, you'll see it snap, pop right there to where the node is. You can kind of see the purple dot, but it's a little hard sometimes. All right, so that tunnel is done. So now all we gotta do is connect this guy to there. And this guy right to there. Okay. So that's done. Now for this, 1, 2, 3, right there. And you are going to come like that. And we're going to come out, 1, 2, 3, to the surface. And we want the metro line that comes in off of that track. And then we want one that comes in off of there. So that way our metro can come into here, get repaired, and then go back out, follow the same path. Again, this right side is the one we're going to build because that's where our metro is going to be running. The left side, depending on how we do things, may or may not get built, but we're just going to plan it all in anyways. All right, so you're going to get connected there. You're going to get connected there. Let's get rid of those nodes. All right, and metro up this way. Okay. And all right, so now let's do this end right here. So because I wasn't thinking about it when I put this red star in, it's a little bit in the way, but we should just have to kind of go around it. It just comes out a little bit and goes around to this side. And he can drop down there. Let's go ahead and match that. Drop down. So you're going to come this way, then you're going to start dropping down. No, wait. You're going to come right to there. Then, no, connect up. Then you're going to start dropping down. Just like that. Then we're going to put a tunnel in to go under this road. Right here. Just like that. And then we will come out on this side. Whoops. Right there. Come on. I know what I did. I didn't go deep enough on the tunnels. I need to go down 3. I only went down 2. All right, let's try this again. So we are going to be, we'll say this line right here. 1, 2, 3. And then just like that. And connect that up. Perfect. And get our metro. You connect into there. You connect into there. You will connect into there. You'll connect in there. And again, I'm running this on the surface because there's the potential, I'm thinking, I don't know yet, that we do oil refining right here. And we pipe everything in. That's going to be really expensive. Okay. That's a lot of piping. Very expensive. A lot of steel. But it's a possibility because then we're right here at the border. We can hook up the border connections. To start off with, we could actually import the oil and export fuel and bitumen. And then as we build up money, we can access our own oil reserves here and start running the pipes this way. So it's a thought. I haven't quite decided if that's going to be the case yet or not. And, oh, I ran this too far. All right. So let's break you. So the other thing with Metro is it has to be electrified. So we're going to put in this, that's the underground. Ground railroad. All right, there we go. We want that. Right there should be good. Stick that into there. All right, now we've got where our power is going to be coming from. Because now we can just pull directly off that substation, that transformer, bring it over here, power this up. Oh, let's get rid of those ugly nodes right there. And, oh, did I check this? I don't know that I checked this tunnel for nodes. Nope, none there. All right, perfect. And don't see any nodes there. That's good. All right, and now all we can do is come out of here. We go to our handy dandy bridge. You're going to be the tighter one. So you always want to plan whatever your tightest one is first. Because the reason I say it's tight is because this one's going to be closest to that power line. because that power pole right there will actually block you. You can go over the lines, but you can't go over the pole in this storage tank. So we got to make sure we're skirting that. This one will go in a lot easier. So we're going to come over like that. And can we get you down to, where can we get you at ground level? Right there. Perfect. Then we can take a tunnel. 1, 2, 3. No, I don't want it. May not be able to. Let's change you. All right, so there. So right there. That's too close. Yeah, we need to back that up more. All right, so if we come through here, there, and then we start going down. So right there, and that's where we want our tunnel. 1, 2, 3. Perfect, right there. Then we just mirror that with this guy. Okay, so now we've got those tunnels. And we are going to, all right, let's get our metro line. You're going to come out this way, like that. Like that. We're going to put our tunnel in. 1, 2, 3. Right there. And then we're going to run a tunnel from here over, what's in the way? Oh, I bet those heating pipes are in the way. All right, so we're going to run you. Turn snapping off for a second. Right to there. Now we should be able to run you over to him. And then we are going to mirror our tunnel. Turn snapping back on. Back this up just a little bit. And back that up just a little bit. Come on, no, I shouldn't have. All right, turn snapping off. Right there, all right. Right there, all right, there we go. Got a node there we can get rid of. There. Right there and there. All right, and then we just need to come over here and run our power, which we will pull power off of here. Can we? I don't think we can fit through. Oh, we can. Awesome. All right. There. There. All right, so there we got power into our metro, all that. All right, so how much is all this going to cost? 2,000 tons of steel. 114,000 workdays. Now, remember, most of those workdays are going to be spent on the tunnels, and that's why we got the tunnel boring machine, because it chews up all those workdays. Oh, we forgot something. we need to get a way for our track builders to come in and build, and we need to connect up to this depot. So that needs to come in over here. All right, so we've got our depot. Now, the way you build the track is because, like we went over earlier, you can't connect your track. You can't even spur off. But you can connect a regular track right on the end of a metro. So you see it comes up with that little warning, says only track building trains can move on metro/rail crossings. So that's just how you get your track builders in. So let's go ahead and metro. We're going to need a little tunnel here. Five. Right about here. 1, 2, 3 down. Right to there. 1, 2, 3 up. All right, fine. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 down. Oh, because that stupid power line right there. All right, let's try this again. Put 3 down. Good there. Good there. What? What is going on? All right, we'll just do it this way. Down. There we go. All right, there's our connection. All right, so now we can get out of the depot onto the line, and we need to come. We're going to be on outside line. All right. Oh, I got that. I'll fix that. I connected that to the wrong. No. Yes, I connected that to the wrong line. Let's get rid of you guys. You are actually going to connect onto this line. Don't like that connection. Whoops, let's take that back. Okay. There we go. And then like that. All right, so we need to connect to the outside line. Like so. Right, nope, needs to go the other way. Like that. Now we can get our metros onto there. And we just need to get where our track builder is going to come in. So what we're going to do for the track builder is we're just going to run a little spur right there. And we'll actually just put in a, it's just going to be permanent. We'll just put a little wooden one in for right now. Okay, and that's it. That's our metro. So now we can get metros onto that line. We can get the track builder onto that line. It's almost 3,000 tons of gravel, 2,100 tons of steel, but all that's going to be halved, you need to remember, because we're only going to build the one side for right now. And I think that's where we're going to leave this video for today. We're almost at the 1 hour mark, so thanks for joining me. I hope you guys enjoyed, and we will catch you in the next video.